As the skies darkened last night, so did Tim Henman's mood. He had started but couldn't finish his match against Chris Woodruff. He was first on centre court today. Andre Agassi has been all smiles since winning in France in that tearful triumph. Sometimes it's hard to say goodbye. We thought we'd said Auf Wiedersehen to Boris 2 years ago. He was back amongst friends, the British public today, but he didn't seem to feel the same way about his compatriot Nicholas Kiefer. Jelena Dokic picked up an army of admirers following her defeat of Martina Hingis. Dokic or Dokic, she doesn't mind. She's just happy to be here. Good evening. Three of the most popular players here at Wimbledon, along with the newest sensation, all feature in tonight's programme. And another Wimbledon favourite, former champion Pat Cash, joins us to discuss the day's events. Welcome, Pat.
Thank you.
And we start on centre court and the unfinished match between Britain's Tim Henman and Chris Woodruff of the United States. When play was suspended last night, Henman had taken the first set but was trailing 2-3 in the second. Well, they walked onto centre court today at 2 o'clock and Henman got an early break. He took the second set 6-3. We can join it in the third set. It's 6 games all, the start of the tie-break. Henman to serve, and Pat is in the commentary box alongside Bill Threlfall.
1-0 Henman.
And with big servers, you can often lose the tie-break through dropping that first serve. It's a crucial point. Couldn't quite do what Woodruff did to him yesterday.
Got to say that I think one or maybe two of those balls were going out of Henman's. Woodruff hit. They're going so fast he didn't really have time to take his racket out of the way.
Light for service.
Hopeless mess he got into.
Well, I mean, this really is a very hittable smash. Maybe he thought, oh, man, it's going out. But from there, yeah, he really got himself tied up. That's a real let-off for Henman.
Well, she really is amusing the crowd with her calls of fault.
(3-1) Henman.
No, miscued that. Didn't really watch the ball. Watched the opponent more.
4-1 Henman.
And there looks a big gap between the players. It's only 1 mini break, but the vital thing for him, of course, for Woodruff that is to hold this pair of serves coming up.
4-2 Henman.
Well, that looked a bad error, but he's been expecting faster serves than that with a change of pace. It's sometimes a time for a player to hit too early, rather like cricket, change of pace in the bowling. Change of scenery, always a tricky point after changing ends. Long wait, something to think about. 2-4. Yes, much too short from Henman.
Henman.
Well, Woodruff absolutely had it in his bag there.
Henman.
No, miles long.
5-4 Henman.
And the mini break recovered. Now the pair of serves for him, and he could build set point here. That's beautiful play.
There's a bit more aggression on those forehands across court.
6-4 Henman.
Gives Henman a couple of match points.
Thank you. Quiet, please. Thank you. Go back, please. Game, setting match, Henman. 6-4, 6-3, 7-6.
It doesn't bother you that now you would have had a day off today if you'd have completed the match, and then now you've got to come back again tomorrow?
Not really. I think in an ideal world you'd like to play with a day off in between, but no, I think on grass it's not so physically demanding. The rallies aren't getting too long, so I'll be ready to go tomorrow. I've
got to say, there's tremendous atmosphere on centre court yesterday.
It is. Well, both I think today and yesterday was really a really good atmosphere, and it just seems the crowd are definitely a little bit closer. And
on centre than on one, you mean?
That's right. Yeah, I think on court one the crowd do seem a long way away from you. So
they were a bit quieter though as well, a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. But today it was pretty full out there, and that's ideal for me.
So looking ahead to tomorrow, a difficult match against Grosjean.
Again, it's a little bit similar to the Woodruff match. It's against a guy that's probably going to spend most of his time on the baseline. He made the 4th round last year, so he's another awkward opponent, and I have to come out and make sure that I'm equally as determined as I was today. And
that match will be first on centre tomorrow, but back to even yesterday when this match started. It got late and the referee came on the court at 2-3, wanted them to play one more game to be 3-all, and Tim persuaded Chris to go off court. We thought that was a bit unfair, Pat.
It did look that way. I went in the locker room straight away and went up to Woodruff and said, "Why did you stop? I mean, you just broke back and you had to hold in the dark." He goes, yeah, I was just starting to get my rhythm, you know, on Henman's serve, and I was just starting to feel good there. I said, well, why did you stop then? He says, well, I couldn't see the ball. Simple as that. It was too dark.
He is underrated, isn't he, as a player?
He is. You know,
we haven't heard of him
I got to
here.
feel sorry for Chris Woodruff, because this guy who sort of shot into the top 30 pretty quickly, and then had knee problems, knee surgery. He got dumped by his racket company. He struggled to get back. Had to sort of even play some qualifying. And he's a very, very tough player. He's just a little slow, and maybe that's because he's recovering from the knee injury. I don't know, but he's got fantastic returns, and those guys were hitting the ball really hard on that. And I've talked about how hard the grass courts are, and that was like they were playing on hard court there. And you know, Tim's got another player who plays very similar, hits the ball very hard from the back, returns very well. So, you know, I would think that Tim's sort of going to take that, as he said, he's going to take that onto his next match tomorrow.
But it certainly was a good performance from the British number one. Well, later, the centre court crowd welcomed back one of their heroes, Boris Becker. He's making his last appearance here at the Championships, and today he was facing the number 15 seed, his compatriot Nicholas Kiefer. Now, they're apparently not on speaking terms, so this was something of a needle match. Well, we can join it. Becker's started well. He's taken the first two sets, 6-4, 6-2. We can join it in the third set. Becker is serving, trailing 1-2, and the commentators are Mark Cox and Barry Davis.
15 love.
Out.
Well, this is about the first backhand return that Kiefer's hit well for a long time.
Good spin turn, control of himself, and the racket on ball.
15-30.
Gee, just about lost his footing then. It's a good pickup from Beckers. Now, he had to go down the line here. Turn it around. That was the only way he could possibly get any control.
15-30.
Well, Becker was in real trouble there, but Kiefer had the easy passing shot and went the wrong way. You've got to go down the line under that circumstance. Got the whole line to cover. If you went across court, all Beck has to do is put his racket on, he'll be a winner. Plenty of time here. Can go either way. Ooh, just touched the line. Break point.
Well, I imagine that Bob Brett would have been expecting just that.